Hello everybody, welcome to my YouTube channel, and in this video we are going to see the 20 career options after BCom. So before we could proceed with the video, I would like you to subscribe to my channel and hit that like button so that you get more updates on academics and other aspects of academics which you really need to know. And talking about the 20 career options after BCom, let me tell you, BCom is one of the most coolest degrees that one can ever take because it is like always demanded, like round the clock demand for BCom ever since I completed my bachelor's. Till now, there is like a hot sales going on for the BCom seat. So after finishing BCom, what should you do? What you have to do, what are the streams available, is something we all need to really know so that we can work on it. I'm going to talk to you about it step by step so that you can go through it and choose the course which you really like for yourself. And starting with it, the first one, of course, we all know it is chartered accountant. So you can become a chartered accountant, and the duration, it's like the minimum duration will be like 3 to 5 years, and the maximum depends upon your capacity to crack that exam, because you know that if you flunk one paper, you are supposed to write all the subjects together. So that's the only drawback here. But chartered accountancy is pretty easy with a little bit of commitment and consistency, of course. And in order to do this, you can go to the ICAI, which is the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, to take up the course. You can register yourself, and then you can go for private tuitions or private coaching to get trained for the exam, and then you can come back and register in the ICI Institute and take up the exam, check the results, and that cycle keeps going until you pass the chartered accountancy papers. And then you have MCom. MCom is a very easy degree, I would say, which is just for 2 years. And anybody who wants to get into teaching or become an accountant or into banking or LLB, anybody can take up MCom course. And when you take up MCom course for teaching, you are actually eligible to teach wherever there is a commerce paper included, even for LLB. LLB is like a law paper, bachelor's law paper. So you can go take class even for that particular course. So MCom is like very easy course which has a good career options, but you need to keep working on it. You can't just stop with MCom. Probably you have to go ahead and do PhD. Only then there will be more weightage to your MCom. And then you have MBA, which is again for 2 years. And there are many streams available for MBA, like finance, HR, marketing. These days you have tourism, hotel management, which is like really demanded these days because a lot of people are like traveling, and there is a huge demand for this tourism sector and hotel sector. So I would recommend you to take up with the like the recent changes that has actually happened. But finance and HR are like the traditional MBA courses that we would want to do, but the other courses are like really demanded these days. And please do it in a reputed institution. Don't just go randomly do in any college or any university where they are offering you correspondence or online MBA. If in case you have the idea of doing, do it in a B school, do it in an institute, an Indian institute or national institute. So that is something I would actually suggest you all to do. So in case you want to become a manager or director, you can do this MBA. And then you have CMA, which is called as the Certified Management Accounting. And this you can do in the Institute of Management Accountancy, and it is an international certification. So in case you want to become an accountant internationally, practice it somewhere, then you can do CMA. After which you have CPA. This is again a 1 year course, and it is offered by the American Institute of Certified Public Accountants. It is again recognized all over the world, but it's just like CA. In case you want to practice it out of India, you can go do CPA. And then you have ACCA. This is again an international course which is called the Association of Chartered Certified Accountants, and the duration is for 3 to 4 years. And if you do ACCA, you can either get into banking or accounting or management, any of these sorts. Then you have CS, which is company secretary. You have this company secretary offices everywhere, the institution everywhere. Again, it's just like a CA registration, and the duration is for 5 years. And here you get to learn more of legal aspects of how to do a business. And I would say that this is really demanded even now in companies. They still need a company secretary. In case they're not able to get a professional company secretary, they will hire somebody who has completed BCom CS, so that it'll be a little cost cutting. Like how instead of calling a CA to do accounts, we call a BCom accounting and finance person or a BCom person. Just like that, CA is also demanded. And then you have ICWA, which is like cost works accountant, which is again the duration is for 3 years. Here also you will learn everything theoretically, which is kind of similar to CS course. Next, you have LLB. So this is like the bachelor's for law, and it is a legal advisor attorney, and you can learn it and then you can practice under another body first. So where in case you are practicing the business law, you can first go and practice under somebody instead of you first starting a separate firm, a law firm for yourself. Again, this is a very good course. I'm just going through everything vaguely, so in case you need specific information on each and everything, you please go Google for yourselves. And then you have human resource development manager, which is like a master in HR management. There is a lot of requirement for HRs. So when you do this course, you can go into administration, training and development, everything like a labor, recruiting, everything can be done if you do the course of human resource development management. You can become a market researcher. This is not a course, but you can become a research executive by doing a lot of research. You can become a senior researcher and you can still earn by becoming a researcher, and the company will pay you for it. Next, government jobs. This is something that we all really need to work hard for because it's not very easy, but let me tell you, the portions are easy. The way you need to crack these exams is where the knack is, right? So what are the options you have? Like SSC, you have UPSC, TNPSC, UGC net, and then LIC, banking, RRB, that's railways. So you have so many government jobs option. You can keep going through the newspaper for that, so we will do other videos to know about it. And then a lecturer is something that you can do after a BCom degree. So in order to become a lecturer these days, you need to crack the NET exam, NET, NET or SLET or SET, or do a PhD. So you need to have one of these days, because we no longer do MPhil because MPhil is not being recognized in most of the colleges. So after BCom, you can either do MCom or MBA or MA Economics and then take up NET in that specific course. Okay, so you have MBA NET paper, you have Commerce NET paper, and then you have MA Economics NET papers. You can take up one of the NET papers and then you can become a lecturer or do PhD in case you find difficulty in cracking NET. And then you can become a tax consultant, where for that you might need a certificate course or a PG diploma to become a tax consultant, and then you can become a tax consultant in one of the firms. Then you can become a stockbroker. Now this needs a lot of experience. You should be going through the papers and the stock exchange of how there is a variation in stocks. So you can take up a course for that, and you need to have a strong background in finance, mathematics and economics for it. And then you have hotel management. This is really demanded these days, let me tell you. Like for cooking, serving, chef, they really make good fancy numbers when they do hotel management. So this is a really go-to course, I would tell you, if in case you want to make money. Of course, it is not the traditional method of, or I would say, like, our country doesn't really encourage people doing hotel management. They want to become a doctor, engineers. That's how people want us to become. But let me tell you, this profession can make a really good number. And then, of course, entrepreneur, that's something of your choice. E-commerce jobs, you can start business by doing other stuff like get into partnership, raise funds, whatever you want to do, you can start by becoming an entrepreneur. So that's a really good option after BCom. And then travel agent. People keep traveling a lot these days. So if you become a travel agent, there again you can earn a lot by becoming a tourist guide, not a guide, probably a person who is transferring the whole information from one to another. So that's like being an agent, a travel agent, where you can again make a good number of money. And then event manager, you do have courses for event management. This is like the most trendy jobs these days. And to be an event manager, you need not necessarily have a degree for it, but having it would be an added advantage, is what I would say. So you can first start with smaller levels of events and then go for corporate events. So it depends upon your interest. And then you have finance consultant. So you can give advice, financial advice to others who have securities, who are willing to invest and do not have a clear option of where to invest. So this is like a super cool option of becoming a finance consultant. And then finally, BPO and KPO. You can start up a BPO, where it's called as business process outsourcing or knowledge process outsourcing, where you can do the job for others and give. So you can like form a team and then do the job for another company. So that's what is BPO. And then you can become a CEO or a customer service executive, make a group of customer service executives and become a TL for it. So it depends, like however you want. So these are the varieties of options that I have after a BCom degrees, and I will give you more and more options on what to really do in life. So in order to know that, please do subscribe to my channel and hit that like button, share my videos for others to know about it. Thank you.